Hi partakers, thank you so much for joining us once again on the Your Take Show. This is Magic One TV and we are proud to bring you a show that is, basically focusing on food, how to deal with food, how to improve your health just using food. So feel free to send in your questions. The whole of Uganda and the world at large is actually sending in their questions and we are interacting basically on food. That brings me to my name. My name is Amanda and I am a nutritionist. So let's enjoy what we have today and, see what people are talking about. So if you are an ardent follower of this show, you'll find that something is missing on our set today. And here on the food throne, there is nothing. That is actually done intentionally today because we are discussing a food called black tea. Black tea is a staple for all of us in this country. Everyone, seems to have had black tea, has run to black tea when brokenness hits, has used black tea to serve visitors as a snack. So black tea has really come in handy for us. But unfortunately, I can't be having black tea. You can see the weather now. I don't want to be sweating right in front of you, so we're not going to be having black tea here. But we can talk about it still. So what are the good sides of black tea? Black tea has antioxidants which actually promote our health by keeping us anti-aging. So if you're the type that wants to remain young, looking young and fresh, then have some tea, have some black tea in your menus. If you also are looking to just protect your heart, reduce the risk for you getting some of these non-communicable diseases like pressure, heart disease, please have some black tea because it would actually help you and improve your body strength and also the health of all these body organs that are very vital to us living and thriving. Also, black tea is one way that we can add water content into our diet. So black tea is definitely something you can keep trying to add as one way, but don't forget to still have your pure plain water because nothing beats plain water. Now, like we said, black tea is great and very healthy. But what are the downsides to having black tea? Yes, there are downsides to having black tea, unfortunately. Now, black tea can be a dehydrating agent if you actually use too much of it. So please don't have too many cups of black tea. Black tea also has some anti-nutrient chemicals in it. So these anti-chemical nutrients are actually going to sort of inhibit or distract absorption of other foods and other nutrients that are actually very important for your health. For example, iron can actually affect iron absorption in your body, and therefore your blood quality or volumes will also be affected if you are having too much black tea with your, in your diet. So yes, black tea also has downsides, and that's why here on this show we always remember to say do not have too much of any one food. Now that we are done with talking about black tea, dearest, which was not on our food throne today, how about we talk about some of the things that people in our community have been asking and dialoguing about when it comes to food. So our first question today is going to come in from Mukisa Isaac, and Mukisa Isaac asks, what type of food should I take to get vitamin B every day? So vitamins are really important in our body systems, and vitamin Bs especially are important because they help us to use the energy nutrients that we actually get from the food that we eat. But if you're going to self-diagnose yourself, having a B vitamin deficiency, maybe you've read somewhere that, if you have this, then you might have a B vitamin deficiency. You need to be very careful with diagnosing yourself and assuming that you have a deficiency, because you might end up having too much of that nutrient and end up being at risk for hypervitaminosis, where you actually are getting vitamin toxicity. So you have too much of the vitamins in your body, and those also come with side effects and undesirable results. For example, you might have hyperpigmentation on your skin, discoloration. Even on the inside, you may have symptoms that you may just not be excited to feel. So you need to be very careful about how you actually diagnose yourself. So head down if you feel you have sensed that you might be having that deficiency and have researched on it, please head down to the healthcare center or head down to your very lovable nutritionist and discuss this so you can be very sure about what kind of deficiency you actually have. Okay, so now that we are going into our second question, it's coming in from Anastasia. Anastasia is asking, is using an egg to make a face mask okay, or does it have side effects? Eggs are skin-friendly foods. In fact, we definitely should be having eggs as part of our nourishing routine for our skins. You can use it topically, that's the great thing about it. You can actually even eat it up, but guess what? You also can use the eggshells for you to be able to benefit the most out of these eggs. So on top of you using the egg whites, you know, please get the eggshells once you are done getting the egg white. Grab yourself the eggshell, and what will you do with this? Form a powder or grind it up, you know, after drying it up, form a powder, and you can still apply that on your skin as well. There's so much nutrients to benefit from the eggshells, so please don't throw your eggshells away as well. Use it as another form of nourishing your skin and applying a mask on your skin. Let's head on into our third question. That is coming in from Kylie again. Kylie was asking what health risks come with PCOS. PCOS is polycystic ovarian syndrome, for those that don't know. It's mostly predominantly female hormonal disorder, and she's asking, and what foods help lower symptoms? So yeah, and what foods help to lower symptoms? Now, when it comes to PCOS, it's very, very dependent on how you eat, because the fats that are being stored up and also the insulin resistance that's being created is also determined or worsened by how you eat. That means your lifestyle also has to change, because there's so much about lifestyle that affects your insulin sensitivity, your insulin reception by the body and use. So you have to definitely improve your lifestyle, because if you're not looking at other lifestyle factors, for example, stress, for example, your sleep patterns, for example, the time that you give yourself out to actually take a break and rest, you might find that you are actually worsening the condition of PCOS. So on top of eating foods that are, you know, helping to fight off the PCOS condition, which we have listed down on the Facebook page. Our Facebook page name is Amanda Twebaze Nutritionist. Please head down there and join our family. We'll be glad to have you, you know, just interacting with us, just like every other person that's been showcased or featured on this show. So yeah, we need to change our lifestyles as well when we're looking at PCOS, because it's very dependent on, it's very interconnected. Your lifestyle will definitely affect your hormonal balance in your body system, and that directly affects your PCOS condition. So that's it, Kylie. Please do look out for your lifestyle and see what you can change. Let's head on into our fourth question of this week, coming in from Liz. And Liz was asking, why does my tongue hurt when I eat pineapple? So pineapple has a particular enzyme in it which is really strong, and one very unique property of pineapples, and because of that enzyme it can easily digest some of our skin membranes, and that's why you feel you are actually getting that burning or itchy sensation on your tongue or on your lips. And that's why you need to be also careful. There's actually a way to eat pineapple as well, especially if you're very sensitive to it. How about, or you might want to pair it up with another protein food to give the enzyme, you know, an alternative option of what to digest. For example, you could have your pineapple in a smoothie with milk, so that you know, the milk can actually help to subside the effects of the pineapple's enzyme. Or maybe place your pineapple in yogurt and have, you know, some sort of parfait or salad with yogurt in it, fruit salad with yogurt in it, so that you are actually not going to suffer the side effects so badly. So that is it, Liz. I hope that will help you now. Even drinking water as you go along eating a pineapple might actually help you feel much better. Okay, so our last question coming in from Helen is, she's asking, what's the best diet for a patient with anorexia? So we need to also, when we're talking about anorexia, so many details about it are on the Facebook page. But we should also remember that if you're going to have things that are putting pressure on your excretion time when you are in the loo, then you're going to be just worsening that anal fissure. So you need to eat foods that are actually going to promote for you to have smooth sails when you're in the loo, and you know, not have to use a lot of pressure and cause more damage to what has already been you know, the cut or tear that has already been caused by this anal fissure. So please do eat foods that includes lots of fiber from your vegetables that are going to help you to make sure you have better stool. Drink your water as well. I don't need to say that so much. Okay, let's look at our take of the week. The take of the week today comes in from Bushangara Mark, and he says, my wellness quote is, at some point where you feel tired of moving on with anything you are on, at that point you can even go just a few more steps, which can lead you to your dream coming true. You only fail when you stop trying in life. I really like this wellness quote. I feel that, you know, we should recognize this quote and put it up among all the list of great quotes that we have always read online, because this is something that's supposed to encourage us, to tell us, you know, even when you feel like things are not going your way at that point in time, you just need to keep going. You never know, the next phase may actually be the phase where you get what you want. So in life, you can only fail if you stop trying. So that's the point where, you know, you have given up. But you cannot be giving up on yourself if you are still breathing and if you're still living. So we need to constantly keep trying. No matter how many times you fall, if you are still falling forward, then that means you're still making great progress of going forward. So don't give up on yourselves, don't give up on your dreams, don't give up on your health goals, don't give up on your wellness, because it's really important that you take care of yourself. That was the take of the week from Bushangara Mark. Let's now head into our wellness quote that ends our show and keeps you nice and warm until we meet next week. Our wellness quote is coming in from David Wolf, and it says, different foods fuel different types of thoughts, different potentials for success, and different destinies or destinations in life. Where are you headed with your current diet? And I think this is a very important question we need to ask ourselves, not just once in a while, but every single day. You know, as you choose the food for your next meal, what's that food supposed to be helping you do? Is it going to help you actually be a better you, be a healthier you, or is it going to actually derail you and, you know, take you steps back and steal years of happiness and health from you? So you need to be asking yourself what food you are eating and why are you eating it, because for different foods that we eat, those foods are actually meant to come with a purpose. They have a goal. It's either they're going to take you on the downward side of life or on the upward side of life. So be mindful of what you eat. We're done with the show. I love you for watching. Thank you so much. You want to connect with me? It's very simple. Head down to my YouTube channel. There's so much more content down there, and I'm sure you'll be excited with what you see. Typical food, but also typical fun, you know, interaction of food and fun on that YouTube channel. The YouTube channel name is Amanda Twebaze Nutritionist. You want to connect with us on Facebook because there's a big family there, growing one, moreover growing organically. That's the biggest blessing we have had as Your Take Show. Our page name is Amanda Twebaze Nutritionist. How about if you're an Instagram fellow and you just want to connect with me on Instagram? My Instagram handle is Food Witness. You could also send me an email, you know, if you have business you want to discuss, you know, you want services from me. My email is amanda.chichoncho@gmail.com. It's been lovely hanging out with you. It's been yours truly, Amanda Twebaze Nutritionist. Until next week, have a lovely time and don't forget to live in wellness. Bye-bye.